What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Like to wish everybody a happy Friday, and you know what that means. The story time with Stock Market Steve live stream starts tonight, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you ain't there, you're bullshitting. But anyway, I'm going to get into this news. And this right here is a horrific tragedy that unfolded Wednesday night out there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, around 7 o'clock p.m. Shut up, Milwaukee. And it's a case of a police chase gone horribly wrong. And I guess for the driver. Now they're saying a 17-year-old boy was in a car that police got behind because it was connected to a shooting, supposedly, where the driver took off and lost control, hit a tree, and the car basically exploded in the fiery crash, trapping the teen inside, and he subsequently lost his life. Now, there's a lot of debate about whether police should chase cars and, you know, put others in danger in pursuit of these people that refuse to stop. And that's the key word, they refuse to stop. And I want to show you this series of videos to show you just how horrific it can be, you know, when these people lose control, crash the car, destroy the car, and subsequently it can result in a loss of life. This right here is very hard to look at, and I want you guys to take a look at it, and we'll come back with commentary.
A 17-year-old is dead following a pursuit with Milwaukee police that ended in a fiery crash in the Lincoln Park neighborhood. 12
News' Nick Bohr is joining us live near 19th and Hampton. And Nick, police said that they had several reasons to try and pull that car over.
That's right, and we are giving the family some privacy here at the scene. This is a vigil that's starting from family members for this boy killed. Police telling us they spotted the car because it was driving recklessly. They say then they realized the vehicle was connected to a felony, so they gave chase. But the 17-year-old boy refused to pull over and paid for that decision with his life. Cell phone videos show how quickly and devastatingly the fire spread following the crash into a tree at 7:15 at 19th and Hampton that shook the neighborhood.
I heard the sirens, and I thought, well, you know what? There's a car chase, because it's common up and down Hampton.
Indeed, Milwaukee police confirmed they were chasing the car around this neighborhood when the driver crashed into a tree and was trapped in it as the car burst into flames. Witnesses tell 12 News officers hopped out with extinguishers and tried to pull him out of the car, suffering burns, but were ultimately pushed back by the intense heat.
Heroic. Those officers, after they're trying to chase and arrest the suspect, and then they see what happened, this turns now into like a rescue mission.
The head of the Milwaukee Police Union tells 12 News one officer suffered severe burns to his hands, arms, and leg. Another has severe smoke inhalation.
It's not only the physical injuries, but also the mental injuries. You know, I spoke to the officer last night, and I mean, he's shaken up by this, on top of his physical injuries of 3rd and 2nd degree burns.
Ayala says following fatal police pursuits, it's common to question whether police should engage in high-speed chases.
I think the question is, should you flee? And the answer is no. I mean, people should follow the law and not flee, and then this would never happen.
Witnesses we spoke with agreed this tragedy was avoidable.
I feel bad for the people that were in the situation, but you know, if the police tries to pull you over, you ought to just pull over.
Such a tragedy here. Nick, what are police saying about their decision to pursue the car?
Police telling me tonight the vehicle that he was in was also used in an incident Saturday night in which someone in that car shot at a person. That was at 42nd and Bellair. Nobody was hit there. Police say that did play in their decision, though, to pursue this car after it was spotted driving recklessly.
All right, Nick Bohr reporting live for us in Milwaukee this afternoon.
A 17-year-old driver is dead after police say they led officers on a chase and then crashed. Milwaukee police say they first tried to pull that car over because it was driving recklessly and the vehicle was connected to a shooting. The crash happened shortly after 7:15 Wednesday night near 19th and Hampton. Mary Jo Ola spoke with Antonio, who says he witnessed that pursuit and crash. She also talked with Giovannian, who claims his family rushed to their rooftop for safety. when the car burst into flames.
Antonio Hullum tells me he had just left a gas station near 19th and Hampton in Milwaukee Wednesday night. That's when he saw police begin chasing a car.
All the way down Hampton, and he came all the way back and lost control.
The car slammed into a tree. Antonio says it caught fire immediately.
Police had their guns drawn out on them. It was like, get out the car, get out. They had all the opportunity to pull them out the car, because only the front end was on fire.
The Milwaukee Police Department says it all started when officers saw a car driving recklessly. The same car matched the description from a felony shooting from over the weekend. 2 officers were injured while trying to rescue the 17-year-old driver who was in the car alone. Antonio says he met the teen's mother on the scene and shared his account with her. Why was that important to you?
You know, because I felt her pain. I shed a couple of tears.
The next day, flowers were left at the site.
I came here, everything was blocked off. And I ain't gonna lie, it was a real traumatizing event. Like, I can't make it up.
Diavion Whiteside tells me that his 3-month-old child and her mother were inside their upper unit right by the crash scene.
She got to crying and saying, like, I tried to open the window and the flames hit my face, like I could feel the heat.
Diavion says thankfully they got out safely through the roof and with the help of a bystander. Both men feel that this case did not have to end with the death of the teenage driver. Mary Jo Ola, TMJ4 News.
All right, guys, you see it. And that right there is tough to watch. And what's crazy about this story is I seen the car accident, or I came across a car accident this morning. It must have just happened, and it was at an intersection, and I seen people running past me, and people running all over. It was like a bunch of hysteria, and I was wondering what was going on. And as we got up there was a car, looked like a Charger or whatever, that was hit like from the blind side, and the person in the car was hanging outside the car, but the car was on top of him. So imagine like somebody hanging outside of the door, then the car on top of them. He was gone. He was already gone. And it was people running up there, people grabbing their heads, people falling out, people on the phone with 911. And it's just a reality. Every time you get behind the wheel, you could lose your life at any second. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that's crazy about stuff like this is these kids, especially teenage boys, they think they bulletproof. They don't think nothing gonna happen to them. This guy driving down the street running from the cops, lose control, the car crashed, and then turned into a fiery damn furnace. Now you heard the witnesses saying, oh, well, they didn't try to pull him out the car. I want you to pay attention. If you seen the way the fire was running, it's like the gas tank had a leak in it, and that gas went up. Any type of fuel burning, the excess heat of that is astronomical. And he said, you know, the cops ran up there and was like, put your hands up with the gun. And they was like, they could have pulled him out. Maybe so. But you got to understand something. If somebody's willing to ride and escape police and drive recklessly and crazy, trying to get away from them, what won't they do when the cops run up on them? Especially nowadays with all these cops getting killed. So, I mean, unless I seen it firsthand where it crashed, and if it was on, because they said only the front part of the car was on fire, heat is still heat. You know what I mean? And if they don't know if a person's armed or not, I don't know what they're going to do. They still going to follow procedure and pull the guns out and proceed with caution. And during that time they proceeded with caution, might have been precious moments where the fuel spread, because you could see that shit was burning up the concrete. So oil and gas and all that stuff, that burns excessively hot. You see, what they said with the people, the lady said she was at the window and that car crashed on the sidewalk, like at a tree. She said she was at the sidewalk and had to close the windows, and they ran while they was in the house because the heat was too bad. Imagine it being down there, and he says people got burned. Don't know if the boy was alive or not when he crashed. He might have been unconscious. Either way, that's a hell of a way to go when all he had to do was pull a car over. And that's the thing. I mean, you can only feel so much for situations like this because it all comes down to chances and choices. Seriously. There was events that happened prior to the cops even getting behind this car to pull it over. And I'm more than sure that that teenager, whether he was related to the shooting or not, knew that. People take risks all the time. And when things happen and the risks they take come to fruition, what can you do? Seriously, he's 17 years old and he's gone already. I know his family must be crushed. You know, like I said, it's a bunch of debate on whether the cops should be chasing people. It's all subjective. It is. But I mean, imagine how it would be if people knew cops aren't supposed to chase them when they're in cars that are not theirs, related to crimes. It would be worse than it is now. That's all I'm saying. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You don't want to hear about or see somebody lose their life. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, stuff like this, sometimes you need to just do the right thing and just give yourself up. Because, I mean, in a car, how far you think you're going to go? And that wasn't even a fast type car. These people be in economy cars trying to drive like this Indianapolis 500 or like it's a movie chase scene, and nothing can be further from the truth. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.